I'm Jeremy Newlick, editor of St. Louis Small Business Monthly, and I'm joined by the very active Derek Weber. Derek Weber is the founder and president of Go Brand Go, and he is also one of our top young entrepreneurs. And we have the pleasure of talking with Derek today at our St. Louis Business Expo. Derek, thanks for coming out, sir.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about Go Brand Go, how that got started for you? I think you started with the seed for this started back when you were in college,
Yep,
am I right?
that is correct.
And it just kind of naturally grew. Can you tell us a little bit about how that happened?
So how many hours do you have? So
all the time you need, Derek.
Yeah. I started the company the summer before my senior year, selling T-shirts and sweatshirts to fraternities and sororities, student organizations on the college campus of St. Louis University. Thought I'd do it till I graduated, summer before my senior year, go get my real job, and then work for 25 years, get my gold watch, retire, and be happy and fat and happy.
So it's almost like an accidental entrepreneurship that happened to you?
So it was a really tough decision, though, because I had some job offers and really had to make the decision if I was going to go for it or not, and really met with anybody and talked with anybody that would listen. Talked with the head of the internship department, a couple of my marketing professors, head of the marketing department, head of the entrepreneurial department. Anybody that would listen, I would talk to them. And there's one seminal point that I really made the decision to go for it.
Okay.
As I was actually reading an article by Jim Collins of Good to Great and Built to Last, which they aren't really great or built.
Yeah, most of the great ones aren't, right? Well, he's actually got Why the
this
Mighty
article
Fall now. Right?
did stand. It was called The Difference Between Failure and Failure, and it was a metaphor of rock climbing and entrepreneurialism. Sometimes it's not the path that is the easiest and you succeed. Is that failure or failure? But sometimes it's going for the more difficult challenge, the more difficult path, and not making it, and you go to failure, so you fall off the rock. And he took that story of failure versus failure to, I think he was a Stanford MBA professor, and one of his students came in and said, hey, I've got this great idea for a business, but I'm not sure if I should go for it or if I should go get my real job. And his advice was, he posed the question of 1 year from now, if you go for your business and if it doesn't work, what are you going to do? I guess I'd get a job.
Go get a job, the same place.
Well, isn't it worth 1 year of your life to see if that idea has merit, to see if you can make this work, to really go for it?
Right.
And I just stopped and went, holy crap, that's it.
That was like speaking directly to you at that point.
The beauty of it was I was sitting in the lobby waiting to meet with the head of the internship department, Debbie Opich, was there at the time. And luckily, she had a meeting that had run over, so I was forced to sit in her waiting room reading this article.
To read that article.
And I walked in with the article. I went, Debbie, I'm going for it.
Right.
And so as time progressed, I was doing apparel and promotional products for businesses, and they were coming with these harebrained ideas of how to use promotional products. And so I said, well, if you're going to use these products, here's how you should use it. And so then it got, well, if I can get them a step earlier, I can say, well, if you're trying to accomplish this goal, here's the strategy you should use, and here are the items you should use. And so it really developed into a marketing strategy company that sold products. So it went from a products company to products with a service to a service with a product.
I see.
And then, so I was doing all offline stuff, apparel, promotional products, direct mail, marketing strategies, all of that. And then partnered up just this past summer in June of 2010 with another young entrepreneur named Brandon Dempsey, who brought the online side. So and that's a whole nother fun story.
Sure.
But we decided to kind of give it a go together to bring online and offline together as an integrated targeted marketing firm. And in the last 7 months, we've hired 8 people and are looking to hire 4 more. And that's just, as someone asked earlier, they said, well, it sounds like you're really blowing up. I'm like, well, right now we're blowing out at the seams. We're trying to hire more people so we can blow up. But right now
you've got so much work that you're strapped and you can't keep up. And
absolutely.
Well, that's a really good problem to have.
I'm not complaining.
Right.
And that's what we're here to here at the Expo to get more of that business. So we have to hire more people so we can come back next year and say, hey, we hired another 10 people this year, and we're going to get more business here at next year's Expo, so we have to hire 10 more.
Sure. That's excellent. Now, while that's a good problem to have, I'm sure you've encountered some challenges, especially being a young person in business, that are unique to your station of being young.
Absolutely.
can you explain for us some of those challenges that you've encountered, and how did you overcome those challenges of being a young entrepreneur?
Absolutely. For anybody that was at the luncheon earlier today, or maybe watched a video of it, you touched on a point that I thought was very poignant. That there's a difference between experience and wisdom. And as another mutual friend of ours, Scott Ginsberg, says, it's not about the years but the miles.
Sure.
That it's all about how much you get out of your life and how much your experiences bring you wisdom. Mm-hmm. And what I found a lot of times is, you walk into the meeting and they may be like, wait, you're the owner?
Right.
But once you start talking, if you know what you're talking about, it doesn't matter how old you are. If you go in and you represent yourself professionally and really look to accomplish a specific goal for someone, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how old you are or how old you look, because I know we're both beautiful young men,
right,
and
exactly.
with those baby faces that make us look even younger than we are.
Sure.
But the fact of the matter is, if you show up and you've got the right game, mm-hmm. I found that it really doesn't matter. And at the end of the day, being young, I've seen as almost as an advantage in the marketing world, because a lot of times what people get stuck in marketing is being stuck in the ruts of what they've always done. And if you can come in and represent a youthful vibrancy of what marketing is supposed to be and what it's supposed to represent, and really how to brand your company, I think youth really can be an asset.
It's an invigoration to the points you're making.
Because a lot of times these companies that are looking for new branding help and new marketing help, they're ones that have become stale and stagnant, and they need that life, they need that energy.
That new energy, right.
And really, also as a young entrepreneur, a lot of times you're going to get more respect after they see what you've built and what you're continuing to build. And when you really bring the goods, mm-hmm. You almost get more respect because they kind of admire you.
They
for
see what you've
courage.
Accomplished at a young age and everything like that.
So it's one of those, the old karate, use your weaknesses as your strength, indirection, that if you embrace it and leverage it and just be who you are, I'm not a suit and tie kind of guy.
Sure.
If I tried wearing suits and ties all the time, it wouldn't represent who I am. If I tried to wear a suit and tie to fit in with the older people, the more veteran, experienced people,
right,
that would come off as fake, and I would think would be a detriment to who I am and what I'm trying to represent. But if you can just be real to who you are, you can use your youth and use your vibrancy and use all those assets, use them as an asset. I think it can be something that can really propel you forward.
Excellent. Derek, can you tell us, how can people learn more about Go Brand Go? Where do they go to learn more about you and your company?
Absolutely. You can go to gobrandgo.com. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, and you can kind of see us all over the place. We're a lot of expos like this. Where all of our employees are involved with lots of non-for-profit organizations across the region. So I'm sure you'll run into lots of our team running around.
It'll be more likely that they run into them now that you're hiring basically half
absolutely.
of the marketing brain power of St. Louis.
Yeah. So. And that being said, if you know someone that's looking for right. for a job that's a marketing
rock star
project,
right.
Got to be a rock star.
Right.
Project manager, a graphic designer, web programmer, and also we're looking to hire a couple more salespeople. Mm-hmm. But we're looking for either young or young at heart mm-hmm. People who are really excited and passionate about life and really want to embrace a culture that is completely open and honest. We do open book management. We celebrate our wins. So I recommend you check out our blog, our weekly blog post that talks about our wins of the week. That we really celebrate all the good things that happen, because there's so much negativity out there that
sure.
you can dwell on it. But gobrandgo.com, and lots of information there, and anywhere else you can find us.
Thanks a lot, Derek. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Today. Thanks.